If you've been catching your reflection and noticing that your jawline isn't as sharp as it used to be, or that your neck seems to be losing its definition, you are not alone. And more importantly, there is something real and practical you can do about it starting today. What I'm about to share with you are 3 targeted exercises that most people have never tried, and the results speak for themselves. Here's something that surprises most people. The sagging you see in your lower face and neck area is almost never just about weight gain or aging skin. It runs much deeper than that. Your face is made up of multiple layers: skin on top, then a layer of connective tissue called fascia, then the muscles themselves, and beneath all of that, the actual bone structure. Every single one of these layers changes over time, and when you understand that, you realize why creams and serums only scratch the surface, literally. Speaking of surface-level solutions, a lot of people reach for expensive skincare products, hoping they'll firm everything back up. And while hydration matters, those products cannot reach the muscle tissue or bone structure underneath. Real change in your facial structure has to come from within, from actually training the muscles that hold everything in place. That's what we're going to do today. Now, before we get into the exercises, there's one major factor almost nobody talks about when it comes to facial aging, and that's the stress hormone cortisol. When you're under chronic stress, your body pumps out elevated cortisol consistently, and this hormone has a particularly harsh effect on your facial structures. It can break down collagen, cause unusual fat redistribution in the face, and accelerate muscle loosening. The face, being a highly sensory and emotionally expressive part of the body, tends to show stress faster than anywhere else. The antidote to cortisol isn't just meditation or telling yourself to calm down, it's movement. Physical activity, especially walking, helps your body metabolize and burn off that excess cortisol that builds up from mental and emotional stress throughout the day. Dr. Ashley Monroe has spoken extensively about this connection between stress, cortisol levels, and visible facial aging. Pairing regular walks with the exercises I'm about to show you creates a powerful combination for reversing these effects. Let's get into exercise number 1. This one targets a muscle called the platysma, a wide, flat muscle that runs from your collarbone all the way up to your jawline. When this muscle weakens and loses tone, it's responsible for that loose, hanging skin along the neck and under the chin that people commonly call turkey neck. What makes this muscle unique is that it's composed almost entirely of fast-twitch muscle fibers. These are explosive, high-speed fibers, the kind involved in gasping, laughing, and rapid facial expressions. That means slow, sustained stretches are actually the wrong approach for this muscle. You need fast, explosive contractions. Here's how you do the Platysma exercise. Open your mouth slightly, pull the corners of your mouth back and downward while tensing the muscle along the front of your neck, then release rapidly. You're performing quick, controlled impulse contractions, about 10 to 15%, with a short rest in between. Yes, it looks a little unusual, which is why you might prefer to do this one in private. But the effectiveness is undeniable. Your muscle will fatigue quickly because it's being worked in the way it was actually designed to function. Aim for 3 sets, several times per week, and within a couple of weeks, you should start noticing firmer definition along the jawline and under the chin. Exercise number 2 addresses the jaw muscles, an area that has been severely neglected in modern life. Think about how our ancestors ate: tough cuts of meat, fibrous vegetables, foods that required real sustained chewing effort. That consistent jaw workout literally shaped their facial structure. Today, our diets are dominated by soft, processed foods, and our jaw muscles have weakened significantly as a result. This isn't just about aesthetics. The muscles and ligaments around your jaw directly influence how your lower face looks and how well it holds its structure over time. For this exercise, place your hand firmly under your chin and then slowly open your mouth against that resistance. Your hand is providing a counter force, which means your jaw muscles have to work harder to open than they normally would. This is what's called an eccentric resistance movement, and it's incredibly effective for building the kind of deep muscle tone that reshapes how your face looks from the outside. Do 10 repetitions, rest for about 30 seconds, and complete 3 rounds. A few times per week is all you need. The third exercise also works on the jaw complex, but targets a completely different group of muscles, specifically those responsible for the forward projection of your lower jaw. This movement involves jutting your lower jaw forward past your upper teeth in a slow, controlled way, then returning it back to a neutral position. From the side profile, you can really see how this engages and works the deeper muscles along the lower face and under the chin. Again, 10 repetitions per set, 3 sets, with a 30-second break in between each one. What you're building here isn't just superficial muscle tone, you are actually influencing the ligaments, tendons, and connective tissue that give your face its structural definition. Over time, consistent work on these areas creates a visible lift and firmness that no topical product can replicate. Alongside these exercises, pay attention to what you're eating. Nutrient-dense foods that support collagen production, things like bone broth, quality proteins, and foods rich in vitamin C, give your body the raw materials it needs to repair and rebuild the connective tissue under your skin. Hydration also plays a more significant role than people realize, not through creams, but through actually drinking enough water consistently. Fascia and connective tissue depend on proper hydration to maintain their elasticity and resilience. When these tissues are chronically dehydrated, they lose their ability to spring back, which contributes directly to that sagging appearance. Sleep is the other underrated pillar in all of this. During deep sleep, your body undergoes its most significant tissue repair and regeneration. Growth hormone, which plays a direct role in collagen synthesis and muscle recovery, is released primarily during sleep. If you're consistently getting poor sleep, you're undermining every other positive effort you make. Prioritizing 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep is genuinely one of the most powerful anti-aging tools available to you, and it costs nothing. So here's your action plan. Do the Platysma impulse contractions, the resistance jaw opening exercise, and the forward jaw projection movement, 3 sets each, a few times per week. Add in daily walks to manage cortisol. Support your body with hydration, quality nutrition, and adequate sleep. These aren't quick fixes. They're real, structural changes that build over time. Come back in 1 to 2 weeks and leave a comment sharing what you've noticed. The results from these simple, consistent exercises genuinely surprise people, and I want to hear your experience.